Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Dynamo video talking about prize picks for the MLB on Tuesday, October 10th. So in this one we have 5 really good picks for you guys to consider. Also, if you're only playing on prize picks, definitely get over here on Underdog. Essentially the same thing that they have, but you get a 100% deposit match and slightly higher payouts. You could see their 4-pick insured play here is actually a 6x compared, to a 5x over here. And then if we add in a 5th, you get a 10x and a 2x for 4 correct. On Underdog, you get a 10x, and for 4 correct, you get a 2.5 multiplier. So a little higher over on Underdog. So definitely check them out. They'll be linked down below for that 100% deposit match. But in this one, we're going to go over here on Outlier, and we're looking at Dean Kremer here. We're going to go under on his strikeouts of 3.5. Outlier, a great free tool if you want to try it. They have a free trial with the link down below. But you can see I have it filtered by just hits allowed and strikeouts for these first picks. Kremer here, under 3.5 strikeouts. Sportsbooks like it. -129 over on Caesars. Some of these other picks here are just too much of a favorite to actually be on prize picks, but we get this one, Dean Kremer here, under 3.5 Ks. The sportsbooks like it. He's coming off a game with 8 strikeouts, though. The game before that, 3. The Rangers against Dean Kremer have absolutely been rocking him, though. You could see basically everyone up here is in the green for the average. I think only 3 guys are in the red here, so they've been getting a lot of hits off him. Another thing that you like to see is that Kremer hasn't been throwing that many innings. In his last 5, just 2 games with 5 or more innings pitched, so not going to be having that many opportunities for strikeouts. Also, his strikeout rate here is dangerously close to 8 per 9 innings, which is not very good and not a good indication of a pitcher who's going to get a lot of strikeouts. So we're going to take the under on Kremer here of 3.5. And then the next pitcher we're going to go to is going to be Javier, but we're going to go on the over of strikeouts of 4.5 on Javier. Coming back over to Outlier to check out some stats on this one. You can see Javier, one of the ones the sportsbooks like a lot. -146 on FanDuel, -141 on Caesars. If we click into this one, we can see in his last 10 games he's hit it in 5, but in his last 6 games he's hit it in 5 of 6. Closer to that strikeout per inning guy here, right up there at 9, which is pretty good to see. And look at these hitters against Christian Javier. 0 hits off of Javier. Obviously not too many at-bats, but I think it's around 10-ish at-bats here, so definitely like to see that one. The guy he's faced the most, Taylor, has struck out twice in 3 at-bats, and Castro struck out at a 50% K rate, so I guess he has a walk in there as well. Javier in his last game did throw 6 innings, so good to see that they can throw him out there for 6, so like to see that. We like Javier here. Mostly like this one because the sportsbooks are all over this over here, so they really expect him to get at least 5 in this game, so that's why we really like this pick. And then we're going to go to Nathan Eovaldi, under on his hits against Baltimore. So the game script we're painting here is that Texas is going to have a good game here against Kremer, and Eovaldi is going to hold the Orioles in check here. This one as well on Outlier. If you check it out, Eovaldi under 4.5 hits allowed. It's -130 on MGM, so they really like this one. Let's dig a little more into this. In his last 3 games, does not look good, but overall the last 10, 5 of 10, he's hit this. Orioles hitters against Eovaldi. We got some mixed results here of guys that actually have a good amount of at-bats. You can see Urias in 8 at-bats hitting 125, but Hayes hitting 320 and 25 at-bats. Hicks only hitting 118. Mullins 267 is okay, and then Santander in 21 at-bats hitting just 190. So of the guys that have a good amount of at-bats against him, they're not hitting him super well. And he did go 6.2 innings, but before that had 6 games in a row of pitching 5 innings or less. So that's actually pretty good for going under on the hits allowed here. So we're going to take that one as our 3rd pick. And then for the 4th and 5th pick, I like to do hitter stacks. So for doing hitter stacks in the MLB, basically how it's going to work is I like to come over and see which of these games is higher scoring. So obviously we got 9 runs here in the Rangers Orioles, with the Rangers being favorites at -142, so they're projected for like probably closer to 5 runs in this game. So we're going to be targeting some Rangers pitchers, also hitting against Deankerr. We can also come back here and see who's hitting. We can also come back to Creamer on outlier, see on the Rangers who's hitting good against him. So Simeon's hitting 333, Seager's hitting 500. Maybe we can target some of those guys. If we look in the lineup, we got Simeon up first, Seager second, then Garcia. So let's see if we type in the Rangers, if we can take any of these guys. We can get both of these guys right here on the fantasy score. Simeon at just 6.5, Seager at 7.5. Simeon pretty low there at 6.5. That's going to be one of the lower hitter fantasy scores that you see on Prizepicks that's available to take. And then Seager, you know, when he was at 7 or 7.5 during the regular season, we loved to jump on that, and it was hitting a good amount. So in the 1-2 spot, we definitely like this combo. Obviously, these guys are slated to get the most at-bats. Both of them, as we saw, hit really well in their career so far against Creamer. So stacking them up, you know, Simeon going to get on base here. Seager come up, hit him in. They both are going to get points for that. That's what we really like in a stack there. So we're going to be going with this for our 5 picks. Again, if you want a 100% deposit match, basically free money to play over here on Underdog, sign up with the link down below. They also have slightly higher payouts on their insured plays, which are basically flex plays on Prizepicks if you only play over there. So check them out at the link down below. And also, if you want to check out Outlier, they do have a free trial for 7 days that you can get with the link below as well. So now let's do a quick recap of the picks. We got Simeon coming up first with a low hitter fantasy score, and then Seager coming up second. The point of the stack here is to have Simeon come up before him, get on base, Seager to hit him in with the RBI, so they both get those fantasy score points. So we like that stack here. Both hit Creamer really well. Then we got Eovaldi against Baltimore, under on the hits allowed. Doesn't go that many innings usually, and we think that he's going to have a nice day here against Baltimore. Then we got Christian Javier over on the strikeouts. Sportsbooks absolutely love this one. Is the main reason we're taking this one that we actually found out from Outlier. And then we have Deankerr here under on 3.5 strikeouts, which Sportsbooks like as well. And he's just not a big strikeout guy in general. So we're going to go with this as our 5 picks for the MLB. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, definitely subscribe to the channel. Check out Underdog and Outlier with the links down below. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in another video.